As more Russian strikes reach Ukrainian cities, EU leaders and President Volodymyr Zelenskyy discuss their next steps in Brussels. Could Europe fill the gap left by the American decision to halt military aid? And what is the near and distant future of Ukraine, especially in light of the recent rift in Kyiv-Washington relations? And to talk about this and more, we're joined by former Ukrainian Defense Minister Oleksii Reznikov. Good evening.
Good evening. Добрый вечер.
So, first of all, how would you comment on the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio's words that the war in Ukraine is in fact a proxy war between the U.S. and Russia?
I would like to agree with Mr. Rubio because in December 2021, Kremlin sent the request or demands to the NATO countries and to the Washington, D.C. that they have to move their NATO forces to the line of 1997. And in January 2022, Kremlin got their answer, not. And after that, they started the full-scale invasion. So this war not against the Ukraine. This war was started by Russia against the civilized world, against the United States, also as well, like in NATO countries.
Mm-hmm. I see. You're aware of the fact that Russia is also of the same opinion. Just to quote Kremlin spokesperson Peskov, Rubio's position was absolutely in line with the position that our president and foreign minister have repeatedly expressed.
Yes, they also repeated that and trying to send the signal to their population, but that their plan to grab or capture Kyiv during 72 hours or 3 days was false. We fight back 3 years. That's why they're trying to explain to their population that the special military operation was false because they're fighting with the NATO countries.
Mm-hmm. Now, how do you assess the immediate tactical and strategic implications of the American decision to halt the aid for Ukraine, particularly in the Eastern Front, as Ambassador Zelenskyy said today that the situation has reached a critical point?
You know that I'm always trying to keep my optimism. Starting from the February 2022, I'm trying to keep it this time also. Because this war, after 3 years, became the new type of war. This is a not conventional war like it was 3 years ago, or Second World War, or Second World War. It's a new type of war because we're fighting using simultaneously Soviet-era weaponry, NATO standard weaponry, and Ukrainian modern weaponry like electronic warfare. Different types of drones on the sea, on the soil, on the ground. And it's absolutely new era of the war in the world. So it means that if we will have lack of the armament, for example, for the artillery systems, we will use FPV drones much easier against the Russian tanks or infantry fighting vehicles. So I see on that not so dramatically, and I hope that is one of the phase of the negotiation.
Now, I'd like us to discuss further words of Ambassador Zelenskyy. Well, of course, Ukraine does not have its nuclear weapons yet, so it pays for its freedom with the blood of its people, but its armed forces are proving that in the near future, perhaps within 5 to 10 years, a new European security architecture will be impossible without Ukraine. Ukraine does not have its nuclear weapons yet. Now, is this the official position of Kyiv?
Not. I didn't hear the official position about that, but I can tell you the real story, which I heard from the president of Ukraine, Leonid Kuchma. He told me then he signed the Budapest memorandum in Budapest, and also he came to hotel for signing with the president of France, Monsieur Mitterrand. After the signing that France joined to this memorandum, oldest president of France told the youngest president of Ukraine, young men, they will cheat you. So this is the truth.
Mm. And lastly, also from General Zelenskyy, Washington's refusal to fully acknowledge Russia's aggression is a new challenge, not only for Ukraine, but also for all of Europe. This shows that it is no longer just Russia and the so-called axis of evil attempting to dismantle the global order. The US is actually destroying it completely. Do you agree?
I would say that this war was started during the very popular cognitive bias that Ukraine will fall during the 3 days. And these rumors started from the Washington, D.C., from the media, according to some kind of report to the Congress of the United States. And this bias became very popular in all capitals. But this was not true, because Ukraine, I can repeat it again, we are fighting not 3 days, not 3 months, not 3 weeks, we are fighting back 3 years.
Former Ukrainian Defense Minister Oleksii Reznikov was our guest tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do widzenia.
And thank you for watching. Adam Yasos on the Record is coming up next.